What's happening, Matt Squad? My name's Joe, aka Matt Joe FC. This is my trailer, kind of in-depth, shot-by-shot analysis of the teaser trailer for Thor Ragnarok. Now, I know it wasn't even a 2-minute teaser, but there is a lot, and I mean a lot, to discuss. And also I want to warn you, I have kind of a theory, my own hypothesis of how the whole movie could play out just by one specific scene I saw. So I do want to warn you about that before we go into it. So now, without further ado, let's get into this now. So at the very beginning here, we kind of already get a glimpse of the predicament that Thor is going to be in for this movie and kind of how he got to where he is. Now, this place looks really intriguing, really interesting. I don't have any clue what this place could be, but I know comic fans probably know. So things that I don't know in this analysis, let me know in the comments if you know it. But it looks visually amazing, and it actually looks those look kind of like, those are faces. Those are faces. If you know what this is, let me know in the comments. These are definitely faces, undoubtedly. Look at this. These are sculpted faces on rock, or either it's creatures, or let me know what that is, please, in the comments. I'm very interested about what this place is. Is it Hela's domain, or let me know. So this it threw me off right here. Seeing Thor talk in third person, kind of like Deadpool. He was breaking the fourth wall. So I'm wondering if this clip right here where he's saying I know what you're thinking. How did I end up here? I wonder if that's actually going to be in the movie, or if it was just a clip just for the trailer, because I know some movies do that. They have certain clips just for trailers, and I really am wondering, because he broke the fourth wall, and in the Deadpool movie, he knows he's in a movie, so he breaks the fourth wall all the time, but it's not like that in the MCU. So I wonder if that fourth wall break's actually going to be in the movie, or I don't know. But I did like it though, so let's see. Some people were saying they were wondering why he didn't just break out of the chains, but I don't know. I think a lot has happened. At that point he was at, I think a lot has happened before then, which we see some of it in the trailer. So we got our first look at Hela. And okay, so it's this scene right here where soon I'm going to give my theory of how the whole entire movie can play out just by this scene here. And first, before I do, just try and get an idea of where you think they're at. First, look behind Thor. You see graffiti, you see garbage bins. Just kind of get an idea of where you think they're at first. I know exactly where this is at. I just do. I know. So, when she caught Mjolnir, I didn't know what to think. I was going absolutely nuts in my mind. She caught Mjolnir with one. I was not expecting that. Vision? Okay. Hela? I wasn't expecting that. Not at all. So she's strangling it. And look how awesome and BA Hela looks. I think this is going... So, we all know that the MCU is known for its lackluster villains. But Hela's gonna be different. I really feel that. I think she will be one to remember. I really do. So, see her strangling Mjolnir. I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen here. I wasn't expecting her to break it. So, okay, let's go back. And Thor himself is shocked, like, this is not about to happen. And just breaks it. I don't know exactly how she broke it, but she did. Okay, so I'm going to play it once and then just pause it its way through this whole explosion scene. So, there we go. And now, so, where do you think they're at? We see Thor and another person here, which I know is Loki, and I'll tell you why I know is Loki. But they are in New York, and they are in an alleyway. And I will tell you why. Okay, so we have these buildings here, right? 2 buildings. They're on Earth. You can tell they're on Earth. And that's like an alleyway. New York, why? I will tell you. So here's kind of where my theory starts. So, you remember in the end cut scene of Doctor Strange, Thor had met with Doctor Strange because he needed his help finding Odin, his dad. So Doctor Strange said he would help Thor, and so Doctor Strange lives in New York. And we also saw a set photo released from the set of Thor Ragnarok. Thor was holding a piece of paper and it had Doctor Strange's street address on it. So that's why they're in New York, because Thor went to seek out Doctor Strange, and he basically said that like he would help him, but Thor and Loki have to return to Asgard since Loki's like a mystical threat to Earth. So they're in New York, they're in an alleyway. And why do I say they're in an alleyway? Because we got some concept art and actually did like a review and like analysis of it, I believe. But we got some concept art and it showed Thor and Loki in an alleyway, and it showed Hela approach them. So this is my theory. I believe that the movie starts off, and you remember at the end of Age of Ultron, Thor went back to Asgard to try and learn more about the Infinity Stones and stuff like that, and this bigger threat that's coming, and since Thanos. But yeah, so I believe when he got back to Asgard, because remember at the end of Thor the Dark World, Loki was impersonating Odin. So, I believe that Thor goes back to Asgard. He eventually finds out that, he goes back to Asgard, and Loki tells him, look, Thor, something's happened to Odin, he's missing, something like that. Odin and Hela are in cahoots, maybe. This is like my personal theory. Loki and Hela are in cahoots. Thor goes back to Asgard. Loki tricks Thor and says Odin is missing. So Thor reaches out to Doctor Strange. Somehow he learns about Doctor Strange, I suppose. So he says that he can help him. And so Thor and Loki are in New York because they have to go to Doctor Strange. So they go down this alleyway. It may be Loki and Hela had this plan where Hela appears in this alleyway, and maybe like Loki's the one to lead Thor into the alleyway. He's maybe saying like, I don't know, Odin could be this way or something like that. So they go in this alleyway. Hela appears, and this is the first time that Thor sees her, possibly. So his first instinct is to try and attack her. He throws Mew Mew, and she breaks it. So after she breaks it, she throws him through. Well, okay. Let me go ahead. Maybe throws him. Is it this shot where the wormhole's at? Well, there is a shot later in the trailer where there are like different wormholes above the planet that I believe is Sakaar. And so I believe that after she breaks Mew Mew, like Thor goes through this through one of the like portals. She maybe opens one, he goes through it and lands in Sakaar. And so I'll explain more of my theory when I get to that part. I know it's kind of like jumping around, but like this is nothing professional. It's just me giving my own theories and thoughts and opinions. So just bear with me. So we left off with she breaks Mew Mew after they went to this alleyway, and she's thrown in through one of the portals. But we get another good shot at Hela, and when I talk about comic accurate, you cannot get more comic accurate than this. Her costume is absolutely stunning. The helmet, you can't get more comic accurate than that. It's just absolutely amazing. Another beautiful shot of Asgard. I've always loved how Asgard's looked since the very first Thor movie. Asgard's always been like so beautiful, like this mythological place of beauty, like absolutely stunning. And if you don't remember, we actually got some concept art of this right here, Hela facing against all the Asgardians, and this actually stuck pretty close to the concept art, so I'm pretty surprised. She doesn't have the helmet here, but we obviously know she will have it in the movie, so I have no issue with that. And look, it's just the whole army, like, she just knows they're dead. Like, I actually really like the design on the capes of the Asgardian guards too. But yeah, she's just walking down, like, look at her, she knows they're dead. She says, Asgard is dead, like, so menacingly, and whips out her sword. And I'm not sure if this happens, like, right after she whips out her sword. I don't know if her sword did that, or if, I don't know what did that, but Asgard is, you can see, being, looks like to be perished. So I'm not sure if Thor was there, or maybe they cut this together to make it a different shot. I'm not sure. But here's what I was talking about, the portal. So recap. Thor goes back to Asgard. Loki tricks him, says his father's missing. They go to Strange. Then they go in this alleyway since they're already in New York from me and Doctor Strange. Then Hela encounters him, throws Mew Mew, she breaks it, and he goes through this portal to the planet that I believe is Sakaar. And I'm not sure, but the Grandmaster is in this, and so I think maybe Sakaar is like run by him or something. I'm not sure. Reason I say that is because it looks like these portals shoot trash down onto this planet, because look, there's just rubbish everywhere. It looks like the portals just maybe shoot trash down, and the Grandmaster, since he is the Collector's brother, I don't know if he also collects like maybe scavenge trash, things like that, and he has people who scavenge it. I'm not sure, but maybe she throws him on this planet, because this also is the planet where the Grandmaster hosts gladiator battles. So we see him land on Sakaar, the inhabitants of it, and he gets trapped in this electrifying net. And we see him being drugged by Valkyrie. And so I suppose Valkyrie maybe works for the Grandmaster or something, because later, I believe, not here, I'll talk about it a little later. And right here, when I first saw this, I don't know why I thought it, but I thought it could have been the Black Knight. When I saw all the black, I instantly thought of like horse and Black Knight, but obviously it isn't a horse. It's some kind of winged animal. But I do believe that could be Valkyrie and also Hela in the background. So this could be like maybe a flashback scene. It looks like it might be a flashback scene or something. So I believe that's also Hela. So we see what I mean, not Hela. I believe that's Valkyrie. So you can see what Hela has done, like all these animals and people falling down, like just the wrath that she brings with her where she goes. I really like the ship designs. It's so like cosmic, out of this world. It like is really, really eye catching. And there the portals are again. A lot of trash, like I said, so I believe that maybe trash gets shot onto this planet and the Grandmaster maybe scavenged it or something. I don't know. We see Thor being drugged. This is presumably after he was captured by Valkyrie. And so this is obviously the scene where he's gonna have like his golden locks cut. You can just see a bunch of different like guards and stuff hanging out, I guess. So he gives Valkyrie this menacingly stare, and she just looks back at him, maybe as if like she feels kind of bad for him. I don't know, like just her facial expression gives me that vibe. I don't know, or she could completely not care at all. So right here is what I was talking about. You can see behind the Grandmaster like the planet and the portals in the trash. So I guess the portals are like always open or something. I don't know, but he's like, "What'd you bring me?" And she says, "A contender." And she's talking about Thor. That's what I was talking about. The Grandmaster, it seems that he hosts gladiator battles on this planet of Sakaar. So maybe Loki and Hela were in cahoots, because Loki and Hela kind of have the same goals. Loki wants to be king of the throne, and he wants Thor. No, he wants like to see Asgard destroyed, I assume, because in the previous movies, he's talked about that. And Hela obviously wants Asgard destroyed, and she knows that Thor is like protector of Asgard, he who wields the hammer. So they both want the same goals, they both have the same ambitions. So maybe they linked up and got in cahoots. So they planned this whole thing. Loki tricked Thor into saying Odin's gone. Maybe Loki knows where he really is, since he is the one who was impersonating Odin at the end of Thor 2. And so, okay, I lost myself for a minute. So yeah, Loki and Hela get in cahoots, and while they're already in New York for meeting Doctor Strange, Loki leads Thor down this New York alley where it's planned for Hela to appear, breaks the hammer, shoots him through the portal to this planet where she knows that Grandmaster hosts these gladiator battles, so he would be like a kind of a prisoner or slave there. I assume she already knew that, and Loki did too, because later we see Loki sitting next to the Grandmaster at the gladiator battle. So this seems to have been all planned by both of them. So we see another shot of Thor, and he's just shocked. He doesn't know what to think. His Mjolnir was destroyed in front of his eyes. Asgard looks like it was laid waste. He was shot through this portal onto this other planet, and now he's gonna be a contender in a gladiator battle. And he's about to have his golden locks cut. So he just doesn't know what to think. I think he's pretty much like worn out, just beaten at this point. So right here we see Heimdall. I'm not sure what happened with Heimdall. I can't remember what happened with him in Thor: The Dark World, but we have a nice shot of Heimdall with dreads and those eyes, man. Not the Soul Stone. Eyes don't think so. And another ship. It almost looks like a Star Wars type ship. Like, I'm really just loving the everything about this movie, from the 80s vibe to the song, immigrant song used by Zed Zeppelin, the visuals, everything just looks amazing. And here again, we have that wormhole. Okay, so I know nothing about this guy, but apparently he is like a pretty popular, well-known comic book character who goes by the name Scourge. And I saw comic panels of this scene then next to a comic panel, and I have to say it was pretty comic accurate. So I'm interested to see what he has to offer. And this is what I was talking about, like everything from the movie, like visually, like all these different guards, I assume, of this planet Sakaar, and just the whole planet in general. It looks so vibrant. It gives you like a kind of 80s vibe. Like, look at the bright purple and the blues, and the wall right here, like the yellow and orange and red. So we see Hela kicking butt, laying waste to all of these Asgardians single-handedly. See Loki do a nice knife flip, and I'm really liking Loki's new design, especially his helmet. Look at that, look at that. I'm really liking the new helmet design with there's nothing on top, how it was in the Avengers. You can see his hair instead of anything protecting it is just the thing that goes on his face. I'm really liking the new costume too. So I'm not sure if this is on Asgard where this is happening. I'm not sure where this is happening exactly. So we see our first look at the Gladiator Stadium, the green mist, things that people shoot at like football games, things like that. And we all know what the green is for, because I'm pretty sure that when stadiums do this, is like the colors of whatever team they're going for. So Hulk must be pretty known well for battling on this planet, because the green mist obviously means the Hulk. We see Thor for the first time in. Now just notice something. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. This is just something, a little something I noticed. Look at like his shin guards. It kind of looks like the classic Thor helmet, kind of. If like kind of the wings, and then I don't know. It was just something I saw. So we get our first look in action of Thor from the images that we saw of him in this gladiator armor, and I'm really liking the new look of Thor for this movie. We know why his hair is cut. We know why he's in this garb. He pretty much has no choice. He was pretty much forced. So I mean, I'm really liking it. Some people, not a lot, but some people have issues with it, but I personally really like it. So we know the Hulk's coming out, and the helmet. This shot right here, look at this shot. Look at how amazing and crisp this shot looks. And when you just, with the helmet, just, look at that. Look at that. I definitely love the helmet. So, a lot of comic book fans probably geeked out right here. The Grandmaster said, "You're incredible." Now, he didn't say Hulk. He was about to before he just ripped through the doors, because he wasn't waiting for that. It was opening way too slow. He wasn't waiting for that to open. I also love right here how the Grandmaster, when he announced the Hulk, he said, "You're incredible." He didn't say Hulk, but we knew where he was going. His famous name from the comic books, the Incredible Hulk. Right here, a lot of people were talking about his shield. I actually, personally, I really, really loved his shield and his weapon, just his whole overall look. Like, I'm really digging this new look. When this happened, I almost I almost passed out of excitement. This, just all the armor and the axe and the helmet, the war paint, like he just looks like a freaking boss right here. I absolutely love this. And some people were saying, why does he really need armor? But I think the Hulk's maybe been here a while, so he's had to, he's probably fought different species from like different planets and things like that. Even though I'm not sure if he can be killed, but still, that's just what I think, maybe. I love right here when Thor just screams, "Yes! Yes!" The crowd just goes freaking silent. Grandmaster and Loki are like, "What? What?" And I really like the design of this room right here. Like, all the just crazy wall designs and stuff, and all the like vibrant colors. Again, the orange and the yellow and the red. And those actually kind of look like celestials right there, but they are way too small to be celestials. And this is what I was talking about, how like Loki probably wants like see Thor's death, and he wants to be king of the throne. So yeah, he's standing next to the Grandmaster. So I love right here. What did he? Oh yeah, I know him. He's a friend from work. I love how he kind of classifies being an Avenger as a job title. He kind of sees it as his job. Right here, a nice, very nice shot of the Hulk. And I don't know, some people are saying like this might not be the Hulk. Well, this might not be Bruce Banner, but like just because of his face right here, like I don't know. I know in the Planet Hulk comics, I haven't read it, but I do plan to read it. But some people who have read it are saying like, during some of the gladiator battles, it wasn't Bruce Banner, it was like his son or something. I'm not really sure because I haven't read the comic, but yeah. But to me, I think it's Bruce Banner. It still looks like Banner right here to me. I think like maybe a 5 o'clock shadow could be throwing people off. I don't know, but it looks like Banner to me. So Thor's like, "Oh, come on, really?" So if this is Banner, which I think it is, I just think Banner doesn't remember Thor, maybe. I don't know. And I actually think I think Hulk's also been here a while too. I think like at the end of Age of Ultron, he somehow got here, and like he's been in a good bit of battles. He's been here a while. If you notice, when they're running at each other, they don't have they don't have weapons like they did when they first came out of their arenas. So I guess this is how they cut the trailer. I'm not sure, but yeah, they don't have armor right here. And that is Thor Ragnarok teaser trailer. To kind of recap what my theory slash hypothesis was, pretty much like after the events of Age of Ultron, after Thor has left Earth to go back to Asgard, and after the events of Thor: The Dark World, when Loki was impersonating Odin. Basically, when Thor gets back to Asgard, Loki's like, something's happened, Odin's missing, and we need to find him. So then they seek out Doctor Strange, which he is in New York. So after they've met with him, they're just maybe roaming around New York, and Loki maybe tricks Thor into going down this alley with him. And so that's maybe where that's maybe where Loki and Hela decided for her to appear. So she breaks Mew Mew, throws Thor through this portal to this other planet, and once he's at this other planet, like it's where gladiator matches go on. So like he's pretty much stuck there. So Loki gets to see the death of Thor in a gladiator battle, though he doesn't know that it'll end up being the Hulk. So, and then with Thor out of the way, Hela can, destroy Asgard since Loki and Hela both kind of have the same agendas. So it's like a win-win for both of them. But then not realizing his Hulk after the battle, then maybe Thor and Hulk go on like their own little adventure to stop Hela, and maybe like Valkyrie and Loki join them or something along the way. That's just what I've speculated could happen. That's just what I've speculated could happen. So, let me know what you think of my theory, and let me know if you have any theories of your own down below in the comments section. If you enjoyed my in-depth shot-by-shot analysis, let me know what you thought of it. Links to all my social media are down below in the description box. If you enjoyed this video, give the like button a thumbs up, tap subscribe, share it. So, my name's Joe, aka Mad Joe FC. I hope y'all have a marvelous day. Mad out.